17th Infantry Division. Pavia was an infantry division of the Italian army during World War II. The Pavia was formed in October 1939 and sent to Libya. It was never completely motorized as a formation. It was almost completely destroyed during the Second Battle of El Alamein. History. The Pavia Brigade originated during the Risorgimento on 1 March 1860, and was formed of 2 infantry regiments. The brigade participated in the Third Italian Independence War, the First Italo-Ethiopian War and the First World War, when it was awarded the Ordine Militare d'Italia. In 1926 it became the 17th Pavia Infantry Brigade, and in August 1939 was transformed into the 17th Pavia Division. Until 1939, the headquarters of the division were in Ravenna, while the 27th Regiment had its barracks in Cesena. In 1940 the division was deployed in Tripolitania and fought until November 1942, when it has surrendered near the El Alamein. After the Second World War, 28th Infantry Regiment was reorganized with its headquarters in Pesaro. The regiment is still in existence and is now specialized in PSYOPs. The North Africa Campaign. Advance from Tunisia to Tobruk. The Pavia Division was originally deployed 10 June 1940 on the Tunisian-Libyan border and stayed on the same positions until 25 June 1940, when it was ordered to move to the Tripoli, Libya, to perform the coastal defense in the Sabra-the-Serman sector. By March 1941, it was transferred closer to the Benghazi to participate in the Axis counterattack of March to April 1941. Under Major General Pietro Zalio-It attacked via the Balbia Coast Road from Ajdabia on 31 March 1941, driving the Australian rearguards back to Mekili. On the 6th the town was surrounded. The Fabriz and Montemurro Bersaglieri motorized battalions came up in support, along with the advance elements of the German 5th Light Division. On the 8th of April General Gambier Paris surrendered to Axis forces. In the aftermath of the counter-attack, the elements of the Pavia Division were placed in Sirte area to defend an airfield near the Wadi Thamen. The bulk of forces has continued an advance to reach the Derna, Libya and Martaba by the 22nd of May 1941. In June 1941, it started to participate in the siege of Tobruk, and was involved in often intense action from highly aggressive Australian probing attacks. Allies counter-attack under Tobruk. On 19 November 1941 a British column of tanks tried to move westwards towards the track that ran up from Bir al-Gharbi to Al-Adm, but encountered infantry of the Pavia Division and were forced to turn back. The 23rd of November 1941, the British 70th Infantry Division, supported by 60 tanks, broke through part of the nearby 25 semi-motorized Division de Bologna. The Pavia containing the enemy breakthrough. However, on the 27th, the 19th Battalion, spearheading the 6th New Zealand Brigade, finally linked up with part of the British 70th Division at El Douda, weakening the position of Pavia Division. Further British attacks were launched on the positions of the Pavia Division 3 to 4 December 1941. On 4 December, Rommel ordered a withdrawal to the Gaza line, which entailed giving up Tobruk. During the withdrawal, the Pavia served as a rearguard at El Adem, where the Pavia managed a brief but competent defense. The heavy rearguard action has continued from 7 December 1941 until 16 December 1941. The Pavia Division rearguard was annihilated 14 December 1941, when the New Zealand 22 Battalion encountered weak resistance from the Pavia Division, apart from 2 brief counterattacks, and under the cover of darkness took the rearguard position and 382 Italian prisoners at a cost of 3 killed and 27 wounded. On the 15th of December, the bulk of the Pavia on the Gazela line fought against the attacking 2nd New Zealand Division, an independent Polish brigade, managing to hold their lines after a poor initial beginning, losing hundreds who surrendered, allowing a strong German armoured force to counterattack and overrun the 1st Battalion, the Buffs. For this point, retreat of the Pavia Division has become faster. The 17th of December 1941, it fought at Timimi 70 kilometers west of Tobruk, then on the Mekelle-Derna Libya line. The retreat route has passed through the Marj, Benghazi, Ajdabia, finally reaching Al-Aghila the 24th of December, from southwest of which it began to fortify Bir es-Suwa on the southern bank of Al-Wadi al-Farai. At this point, the British advance was halted due to logistics problems following a rapid advance, giving the Pavia Division a quiet time. From Libya to Egypt, the Pavia Division has started to advance gradually from late January 1942, reaching the initial positions west of Tobruk the 26th of May 1942. 28-29 May 1942, it helped to encircle residual British forces at Tobruk and Bakhotin al-Ghazala. During the Battle of Gazala, the Pavia were used in a mopping-up role, taking charge of 6,000 Allied prisoners on 16 June 1942. The 27th of June 1942, it reached Badar and continued to advance for Al-Salaman, ultimately Sidi Barani. The 1st of July 1942, the Pavia Division has reached the Day al-Abayad, south of El Alamein. The division was the First Battle of El Alamein as part of the Italian 10th Corps. During the initial phase of the fighting, Pavia served as a rearguard for the Ariberto Division, where it had an isolated, limited defensive success. A few elements of the Pavia along with the Brescia put up a stubborn defense on Ruvaisat Ridge on the night of 14-15 July, allowing a German armoured force to arrive in time the next day to deliver a counterattack against the attacking New Zealand infantry and British armour. Captain Amalio Stagni and Corporal Ugo Via of the Pavia would each win the Medaglia d'Argento al Valor Militare for their leadership during the action on Ruvaisat Ridge. The advance when stalled until the 30th of August 1942, but attempts to advance were largely beaten back as the Italian supplies has dwindled. During the Second Battle of El Alamein, 1 battalion of the Pavia Division fought alongside the Folgore Parachute Division. It has commenced an attack the 24th of October 1942 on Narat al-Umamat, taking over Naqb al-Rala over the steep El Difa plateau edge, but failed to hold the majority of the plateau positions after the Allied counterattack. The British attacks intensified on the 3rd of November 1942. The Pavia Division was ordered to retreat from the plateau to the Catera Depression. At the end of the battle, the Pavia along with the other 2 divisions of the Italian 10th Corps were abandoned without transport by the rest of the Axis forces as they retreated from El Alamein to Fuka and Mersamatru on the 4th of November 1942. The Pavia Division has tried to follow the suit, but lost its rearguard at Deir el-Nus to the Allied armoured units. As the result, the Pavia Division has suffered heavy losses while on march to the Fuka. At Mersamatru, where several of the survivors of the Pavia had regrouped, including its commander, the remnants of the division had no option but to surrender the 7th of November 1942. The Pavia Division was officially dissolved 25 November 1942. Order of battle. As of May 1941, 27th Infantry Regiment Pavia Command Koi Rifle BN Rifle BN Rifle BN 81 mm Mortar Koi 65 17th Artillery Battery 28th Infantry Regiment Pavia Command Koi Rifle BN Rifle BN Rifle BN 81 mm Mortar Koi 65 17th Artillery Battery 6th Armored Battalion, 5th Armored Car Battalion, 26th Artillery Regiment Rubicon 77th Anti-Aircraft Battalion, 679th Carabinieri Platoon, 207th Motorized Transport Section 135th Motorized Transport Company, 21st Medical Section 66th Field Hospital 84th Field Hospital, 71st Field Bakery, 54th Field Post. From June 1942, the 17th Mixed Engineer Battalion was added.